It says go live. Yeah, you got it.
Imagine. Open Hakidom. Rise and face the east.
East from here will be what direction? Don't worry about it. You start to translate.
Say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa.
Habanawa,
Shabbat Shemayim.
Rashmai,
Kadash.
Dash,
Hayah.
Ayah,
Shabkat.
Shukah,
Yahweh.
Howard,
Malakwaka.
Lakfa,
Daba'ah.
Ah,
Fadazaka.
Zak,
Hayah.
Ayah,
Aisha.
Asha,
Maharatasa.
Baratasa,
Kawa.
Kawa,
Hayah.
Ayah,
Bashemayim.
Rashmai,
Tananawa.
Talana,
Yakam.
Khan,
Call.
Khan,
Yawam.
Yawan,
Wasalak now.
Salakina,
Kawapi now.
Kawatina,
Kasalak now.
Salakina,
Kawapi now.
Kawatina,
Wala ah.
Ah,
Dabaya now.
Ah,
School. I know what I'm talking about here. Oh, don't worry about it. Just keep going. Good.
Kawapi now.
Kawafina,
Kasalak now.
Salakina,
Kawapi now.
Kawatina,
Wala ah.
Ah,
Dabaya now.
Ayana,
Banasaya one.
Madasarawan,
Abal.
Paul,
Awashaya now.
Shina,
Mayan.
Mayan,
Right.
Ah,
Kaya.
Taya,
Laka.
Ka,
Malakwa.
Walakwa,
Wa ala.
Allah,
Wa far.
Fard,
Awalayim.
London,
Ama.
The Lord's Prayer in English, Our Father,
Our Father.
which art in heaven,
John in heaven.
hallowed be thy name,
Hallowed be thy name.
Yahweh,
How?
thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom
thy
come.
will be done,
That will be done
in earth,
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread,
our daily bread.
forgive us of our debts,
Give us our debt.
as we forgive our
And we
debtors.
forgive our debt.
Lead us not to temptation,
Lead not to take.
but deliver us from evil.
Deliver us from evil.
For thine is the kingdom,
For thine is the kingdom
and the power,
and the power
and the glory,
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it.
Amen.
Amen. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha ah.
Asha'ah,
Ayanya.
Ayanya,
Alahari.
Alahari,
Mayan.
Mayan,
Yafa'ah.
Yafa'ah,
Lazaria.
Azari,
Azaria.
Azari,
Ma'ain.
Ma'ain,
Yahweh.
Howard,
Aisha.
Aisha,
Shemayim.
Shemayim,
Wa'arataza.
Zaratasa,
Aliyatan.
Ayathan,
Lamawat.
Walks,
Regalka.
Gog,
Aliyanawan.
Yanawan,
Marka.
Shamarka,
Anaa.
Anaa,
Ah.
Anaa,
Yanawam.
Yanawan,
Wala.
Alaa,
Yashan.
Yashan,
Shalmar.
Shalmar,
Shala.
Yasha'ala,
Yahweh.
Howard,
Shamarka.
Shamarka,
Yahweh.
Howard,
Tazalka.
Zarka,
How.
How,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yamyanka.
Yamyanka,
Yawamam.
Yawamam,
Shamash.
Shamash,
La.
La'ah,
Ka.
Ka,
Wayarak.
Vairat,
Bayala.
La'ah,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yashmarka.
Yashamarka,
Call.
Makar,
Right.
Ra'ah,
Yashamar.
Yashamar,
Apnapashka.
Alpapashka,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yashamar.
Yashamar,
Tazalka.
Just keep going. Step on. Keep going. Step on.
Yashamar.
Yashamar,
Makal. Right.
Right,
Yashamar.
Yashamar,
Apnapashka.
Alpapashka,
Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Yashamar.
Yashamar,
Tazalka. Wabuaka. Mayata. Right. I will up. In English. I will lift up my eyes to the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help coming from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day,
such as much by day,
nor the moon by night.
and the moon by night.
Yahweh, he shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
It's like, oh boy, it's like, you just turn this way, you face me. Face me. So you down this way? You right. All right. So like these and this way. All right. Oh, I should go. I should. My bad. I need that.
Prayer for the Hakak, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahushua.
Bashim Yahushua.
Shah.
Hakasha.
Thalanau.
Thalanau.
Hakak.
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 Ba'a. Call Makala.
Kamakala.
Call Madawa.
Kamaruwa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Atahar.
Atahar.
Amachazariah.
Amazar.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Hakim.
Hakim.
Matthew.
Mati.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Alrakawa.
Kawarakawa.
Tama'ala.
Azma'ala.
Garsha.
Garsh.
Bashim Yahushua.
Bashim Yahushua.
Warama.
The power in English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahushua.
Name Yahushua.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
Power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
Power to cleanse the
The
lepers.
power to raise the dead.
Power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
Power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
Cast them out.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Prayer to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahushua.
Bashim Yahushua.
Barak Lanau.
Barak Lanau.
Wayashala.
Yahshua.
Wabiyah.
Ahabaya.
Paria.
Safari.
Barak.
Barak.
Ba'a.
Barak.
Agun.
Gun.
Agun.
Gun.
Say the name of loved ones once. Everyone repeats the name once.
I became Minnesota.
As became Minnesota.
Israelite School UPK.
Israelite School UPK.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yahweh Shah.
Yahushua.
Angels.
Angels.
Generals.
General.
Captains.
Captains.
Officers.
Officers.
Troopers.
Troopers.
Students.
Students.
Sisters.
Sisters.
Children.
Children.
All of Israel.
All of Israel. As became Minnesota.
I became Minnesota.
All of ISUPK.
All of ISUPK. Kudasayan.
Zayan.
Tarak.
Tarak.
Amagabar.
Amagabar.
Nagabar.
Nagabar.
Ainawa.
Anawa.
Shara.
Shara.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Bakawana.
Kawana.
Yapa.
Pa.
Trying to get everybody in this all of Israel.
All of Israel.
Oh yeah, Paulette.
Paulette.
The Rollins family.
The Rollins family.
The Willis family.
Willis family.
The Slaughter family.
Slaughter family.
The Daniel family.
Daniel family.
The Peterson family.
Peterson family.
All of Israel.
All of Israel. Bashim Yahushua.
Bashim Yahushua.
Zawarama.
The word Allah. Bless Israel in the English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless
Also,
us.
Salakia. Isaiah.
Azar.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Lord, in the name of Yahushua.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless us in Israel.
In the school.
In the school.
Bless Hill Shield Protect.
Bless His shield protect.
Loved ones.
Loved ones.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Some names to remember.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Elohim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damiyah.
Adamiyah.
Naka'ah.
Ka.
Al-Takarash.
Adakarash.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al-Tashakwa.
Al.
Wow.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Ayabyaka.
Ayabika.
Yahama.
Yaham.
Yawan.
Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Alamaka.
Yayama.
Yaryam.
Sawara.
Suwan.
Wayata.
Wayaka.
Yatazawa.
Asazawa.
Atazawapanka.
Asapamka.
Marwa.
Amarwa.
Kawa.
Akawa.
Anakidam.
Nakidam.
Magalia.
Magalia.
Bala'a.
Bala'a.
Yazakar.
Issachar.
Sham.
Sham.
Yasha'ala.
Asha'ala.
Agwara.
Agwara.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nayatazawa.
Asazawa.
Laba.
Ba.
Yakadwa.
Ka.
Aliyaka. Bariyat.
Kaya.
Yakaratwa.
Akaratwa.
Alia.
Alia.
Adawam.
Adawam.
Wa.
Wa.
Shemai.
Ashima.
Alayam.
Alayam.
Wa'aba.
Mawa'ab.
Wagari.
Wa'agari.
Kabal.
Kabal.
Waimawan.
Waimawan.
Marmalak.
Mamalak.
Kalashah.
Kalashah.
Ain.
Ayin.
Shabia.
Ashabi.
Tazawar.
Azabor.
Gam.
Gum.
Ashawar.
Ashur.
Nalawa.
Nalawa.
Amam.
Amam.
Ayawa.
Hayab.
Sarwa.
Sarwa.
Abanya.
Labani.
Lawat.
Lawat.
Sila.
Salah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Aham.
Aham.
Kamadian.
Kamadian.
Kasiyasara.
Kasiyasara.
Kayabian.
Kayab.
Baraka'o.
Baraka'o.
Yashwan.
Yashua.
Nashamadwa.
Nashima.
Bayanda Ara.
Yanta'ara.
Ayawa.
Hayab.
Daman.
Aman.
La Dama.
Ladam.
Shayatamwa.
Shintama.
Nara.
Nara.
Yab.
Ya.
Mawa.
Mawa.
Kairab.
Kaira.
Wakaza Abba.
Masa Abba.
Wakazabak.
Azabat.
Wakatazal.
Atzo.
Manai.
Manai.
Ka.
Kam.
Nasayakamwa.
Nasir Kamba.
Shar.
Shah.
Marwa.
Marwa.
Narasha.
Narasha.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Lath.
Ah.
Ewa.
Nawa.
Alahayim.
Ahaya.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayatamwa.
Shintama.
Gauka.
Kagauka.
Kwash.
Kukwash.
Panya.
Panya.
Raka'a.
Araka'a.
Kaash.
Ka'ash.
Erbaara.
Arva'ara.
Yara.
Yara.
Wakalahaba.
Wakahala.
Dalahat.
Talahat.
Haryam.
Ari.
Khan.
Khan.
Dargatma.
Gatma.
Basiraka.
Sinata.
Mubasa.
Basa.
Pasta. Dabalaham, Malah, Banyaha, Balawan, Wayabakashwa, Ka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayaba Awa, Ida, I, Wayakaparwa, Wayabadwa, Wayadawa, Yata, Ka, Yahawa, Yabaka, Al Yawan, Al, Call, Aharataza.
In the English, keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
Be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo, thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty
They
counsel.
have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consult against thy hidden
And
one.
consulted against thy hidden one.
They have said,
They have said,
come,
Come,
let us cut them off from being a nation.
let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel
The name of Israel
may be no more remembered.
may be no more remembrance.
But they have consulted together
But they consulted together
with one consent.
one consent.
They are confederate against
They are confederate against thee.
the tabernacles of Edom
Tabernacles of Edom
and the Israelites
and the Ishmaelites,
of Moab,
Moab,
the Darians,
the Agarenes,
the Baal,
the Baal,
and Ammon,
and Ammon,
Amalek,
and Amalek,
the Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre,
Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with
Sure
them.
also was joined with them.
They have hope in the children of
They
Lot.
hoping the children of Lot.
Salah. Do unto this, Salah. Do unto them as it's the
And
Midianites,
unto them as the Midianites,
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of
and the
Kison,
brook of Kison,
which perished and endured.
Parish of Endor,
They became as dung for the earth.
became as dung for the earth.
Make the nobles like a rib,
Make the nobles like a rib,
and like Seed.
and like Zeid.
Yea,
Yea,
all the princes as Sabbath,
all the princes of Sabbath,
and as the moon,
and as the moon.
who said,
Who see,
let us take to
let
ourselves
us take to ourselves
the house of God in
the
possession.
house of God in possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the wind,
as the sun before the wind,
as the fire burneth the wood,
as fire under the wood,
as the flames set the mountains on
as
fire.
flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempests,
Persecute them with thy
and
tempest,
make them afraid of thy storm.
and make them afraid with thy storm.
Put a face of shame,
Get the face of shame,
that they may seek thy name.
that they may seek thy name.
O Lord,
O Lord,
let it be let it be confounded in trouble
let them be confounded in trouble
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let it be put to shame and perish,
let them be put to shame and perish.
that men may know that thou,
That men may know that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the most high over all the
art
earth.
the most high of all the earth.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and
and
earth,
all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh
in
Shah,
the name of Yahweh,
listen to us now,
to us now,
right now.
right now.
Say evils and
So
curses,
evil curses,
and punishment and destruction
punishment, destruction,
to the heathen
and he
that speak against us,
speak against us,
thy prophets,
thy prophets,
the teacher,
teachers,
the prince,
princes,
the priests,
priests,
the Israelite brothers,
Israelite brothers,
in the school.
in the schools.
Say evils and curses,
So evil curses,
and punishment and destruction
punishment, destruction
to the heathen,
to the heathen.
and shake loose
Shake
the
loose
treasure of the rich of
the treasure
Israel.
of the rich of
They
Israel.
refuse to give to the
They
school,
refuse to give to the school.
force their riches,
Force the riches
into thy sanctuary.
into thy
Say
sanctuary.
evils and curses,
So evil curses,
and punishment and destruction
punishment, destruction
to the Edomites,
to the
and
Edomites,
the nations,
nations,
and the drug
and the drug dealers,
court system,
courses,
the prison system,
prison system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our
all the
enemies,
governments of our enemies,
everlasting gods and armies,
Amalek, synagogues, and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
Pope,
Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Scientology,
Church,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux Klan,
Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
skinheads,
Positivitatis,
Positivitatis,
gay movement,
gay movement,
the lesbian
lesbian
movement,
movement,
spies,
spies,
words of
Words
witchcraft,
of witchcraft,
NASA space
and
program,
space program,
Army,
Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the internet,
open up the internet,
and the airways,
the airways,
cable access channels,
cable access,
and the
channel,
radio channels,
and the radio channel.
convict the spirit into thy people,
Take the spirit in our people,
that seek to stop us,
seek to stop us,
bring swift destruction
bring some destruction
to all the heathen
to all the heathen,
that stand in the way,
stand in the way,
and try to stop us
try to stop
from
us,
broadcasting your word
broadcasting your word,
throughout the planet
around
Earth.
the planet Earth.
Let us all the
Let
plagues
us all the plague,
cause to go to and fro
cause us to go to and fro,
to the earth and
to
consume
the
them.
earth and consume them.
Let the plague take the house
To the plague shake the house
of the thief and the murderer.
of the thief and the
Let
murderer.
Yahweh Shah,
Yahushua,
Michael and Gabriel,
Michael and Gabriel,
come down to flying saucers,
come down to flying saucers,
punish all the heathen
punish all the heathen,
that come up against us,
come against
as to
us,
speak thy
to
words,
speak thy word,
cause to be known by all.
shall be known by all.
That is, the angels have done
As
it,
the angels have done,
cause to be spread through the media,
shall be spread through the media,
throughout the whole world,
throughout the whole world,
cause to be shake at thy coming.
shall shake at thy
In
coming.
the name of Yahweh Shah,
In the name of Yahushua,
thank you always.
thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sorry. That's what the post is. Wait for the innocent. All right, for those that that we missed as far as the prayers, don't worry about it because we say the prayers towards the end. So anybody that we didn't miss, we will repeat your name and say your name, all right? For you and your family. All right, so. For the extra out there. Yahweh Shem Sabbath. That's right. Yeah, that's all right. You got it.
Yashala.
There you go. You want to finish it? All right. All right, you say next.
All right. Yeshabia, which means be seated.
Sis, you do me a favor. Can you put the camera down? So actually, no. So you just on the top of it, the camera, you just push it down a little bit. Yeah, just like not like this. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you twat. The water, I appreciate it. The water. All right, Shalom Israel. This is, of course, the Sabbath service. And today we are going to get into Ezekiel, the 14th chapter, finish it off. We are almost done with this book, or Salaki chapter. We are verses 9 through 15, okay? We are going to get into that. We are going to dialogue a little bit and break down what this chapter is speaking about, with these verses. If you don't know where we are, it's on the screen, all right? Ezekiel chapter 14, 9 through 15. We are going to get into the Hebrew whenever you're ready. Okay.
Ezekiel chapter 14 and verse 9. Wahanab ya kaya ya pata wa dabar anya Yahweh patayatya anabia hawa wanasa yatia yadia la yawa washam the yawa atawak matawak Imia Yasharal, verse 10. Wanasha awa one nam Kaiwan Adarash Kayawan Anabiyah Yahaya, verse 11. Lamayan La Yatawa Iwa Baya Yashal Makaraya Wala Yasamoawa Iwad Bakal Pasayat Yam Yawa Laya Layam Wanaya Hahaya Laam Lalayam Naam Adanya Yahweh, verse 12. Waya Dabar Yahweh Halia Lamar, verse 13. Ban Adam Arataza Taya Takasa Laya Lama la. Ma'al. Wana sayat yatia. Yadia. Aliyah. Washabar. Daya. La. Masa. Lakam. Washaw. Katia. Ba. Right. Wakar. Daya. Mamana. Adam. Wabama. Verse 14. Wayawa. Shalashat. Anashiam. Allah. Batawaka. Nak. Danao. Danayao. Wayawab. Ama. Batazak. Zadak. Dam. Yanataza Lawawa. Nakosham. Naam. Adanya. Yahawa. Verse 15. Lawa. Kaya. Ra. Abia. Yara. Barataza. Asha ka da. Why ya da. Shamama. Mambalaya. Iwadar. Mapanya. Hakaya. Verse 15.
Most High in Christ. All right, Most High in Christ. That was beautiful, man. All right, so that was here you go. That was Ezekiel chapter 14, verses 9 through 15. All right. So now we're going to get into the English portion. So we did not have Sabbath service yesterday, last week, unfortunately. A lot of us was out of state, taking care of some business. All right, with the UPK. Let's just recap for a little bit. So let's go maybe like 3-4 scriptures up, just to recap just for a little bit. Then we're going to get into the actual scriptures. All right, that we are supposed to be going into today. All right.
You want me to start with verse 5?
Say it again.
You want me to start about verse 5?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Ezekiel chapter 14 and verse 5, that I may take the house of Israel in their own heart, because they are all estranged from me through their idols.
Right. So yeah. So now it's starting to make more sense from what we talked about last time we had Sabbath service, and mainly what was talked about was the idols. What the Most High said what would happen, and just talking about our behavior and how we are sinners, like we are not His children anymore, because we don't know the Most High, because we got to know these idols instead of serving Him, instead of getting to know Him and worship Him. We'll say something.
All right. And also, what are the idols today? And these are some of the most deceitful idols right now. Because see, they ain't like just wooden dolls and stuff anymore. Like we was loaded on the slave ships. Right. We smuggle them in through our butts. Little idols and everything, little wooden idols and everything onto the slave ships. Yeah. Bring them to the Americas with us. But now, what are they today? They celebrities.
They celebrities, entertainers.
Yeah, the entertainers and all of that. And we follow them right after them. Yeah, the politicians, the athletes.
Athletes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All of that stuff. That Colin Kaepernick came out with his movie. Once again, shout out to Colin Kaepernick.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He needs to come on inside the ISUPK, man.
Right.
It'll be a sad thing just to see them devour that brother up. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But
I still gotta watch that too.
yeah, he made a great stance. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He made a great stance to his movie. He didn't pull no punches. He showed the details and everything that was overlooked. And he also made reference unto how the NFL is just like the slave trade.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They put him, they pretty much had him on the auction block.
Yeah.
But you don't see it. You 18, 19, 20 years old. You ain't thinking like that. You start thinking about being the best football player you can be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You thinking about you want to be the dopest quarterback ever.
Right.
But what they're seeing something totally damn different. They seeing a buck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They seeing a buck.
Mm-hmm.
A buck that can run fast. You know what I'm saying? The high price. They doing the same stuff in slavery, looking into your mouth to see how your teeth are. You know what I'm saying? They physically looking at you from head to toe, just like in slavery.
Yeah.
The same damn thing. And then what do? They take the people and pop them up to be idols.
Right.
And for every black person to follow.
Right.
Regardless of whether you play sports or not, have you following them to, some degree, regardless of whether you do anything in sports.
Mm-hmm.
You're still following them and inspired by them.
Right.
But in reality, they don't have nothing to teach you. They don't have no wisdom about anything at all because they make sure that their coaches and all that make sure they don't have none.
Right, exactly, and that's where a lot of people get messed up at, if you don't mind. Like, a lot of people look at these entertainers, athletes, as idols when they're not idols. You expect so much from them. They're just a regular person, just with some great talent.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? They're a human being with talent. All right, everybody got some type of talent, but of course, with the media pushing them, making them look big and looking powerful, that's what messes you up in the head. You're thinking that they're more than just what you're seeing them as.
Right.
All right. And the thing is, they're not a voice for black people. They're just a face.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just a face. Like, for example, even Barack Obama, who is a African, and black and Africans are not the same. Those are two different things. Just because we share the similarities in our skin color doesn't make us the same. Right. If that's the case, any animal that fur or skin is black, I guess we're related to them too. Why not?
Right. Yeah.
If my TV's black, I guess it's black just like me too.
Right. Exactly. The ferret and the polar bear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, are they gonna come together because they got the same color fur?
Right. And I guess the TV and the the birds, the dogs and cats, I guess they all bleed red too.
Right.
I guess we all share some similarities. I guess I don't know, but the whole point is they don't have a voice. These entertainers are just a face. They're not a voice. They're not leaders for the community.
Right.
For their own. Now, I mean, yeah, you sold thousands of turkeys for Thanksgiving, which is still, idiotic. If you know the whole history behind Thanksgiving and know that it is a disrespectful day for the Native Indians, and of course, for anybody that is a so-called Israelite. You should be offended that people are celebrating that day because it's Esau's victory against you, and they put it in your face. And then Christopher Columbus was just the other day.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you hate Christopher Columbus Day, but you celebrate Thanksgiving, you are a hypocrite.
Right.
That's what you are. You are a sellout. Because, people in the world like to use that word, a sellout. That's what you are. You have sold your people out for this dry-ass turkey. You are a sellout for that dressing, that, that sweet ham, all that unlawful things.
Right.
All that disgusting things that's going to be on that table coming up in the next couple of weeks here in the month of November. But you get the point, unless you want to say something. So.
Right. I mean, like you said about the celebrities. The celebrities are not trained in how to lead black people at all.
They're not, and they always are on the hot seat. And like for example, Young Thug is right.
Something like that. Yeah.
Young Thug, the rapper.
I heard of him.
Yeah. So he's borderline gay.
He is.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
even borderline. He is.
He definitely a sodomite. But no. So anyway, look, like Young Thug, for example, when the time of Mike Brown and Philando Castile, Trayvon Martin being killed, a lot of people were asking, a lot of people were asking, him questions. Just like a lot of interviewers do. They ask people like, what do you think about what's going on recently of these black men being killed? And they are just kind of like in shock, like they don't know what to say because they're not trained to say anything. They avoid the question as much as possible. I remember Young Thug said, like, I don't know nothing about that. You feel me? I just, all I know is that, I'm getting rich. And that was his response. And then just one last thing, ASAP Rocky. When ASAP Rocky went to jail, a lot of people were on was by his side, but against him as well, because people were resurfacing the interview that he did when someone asked him the same question about Mike Brown and stuff like that. He said, "Shit, I don't know nothing about that. All I know is that I'm getting high, I'm making money, I live in Beverly Hills, and I'm having sex with multiple women. I'm living my life. I don't know nothing about that." And then Lil Wayne said the same shit. And that lets you know that these are not the people that you should, really put them on a high pedestal. If you love an artist, just love him for his music, nothing else. Like I listen to music all the time, and I love, I love the music that I listen to. But I know the people behind the music, they're not like us at EPK, not at all. So I hold them to the standard of just making good content of music. That's it. That's it. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Actors, the same thing. See what I'm saying? Anything that you like that a person may do, I just hold them to what they're doing. And as far as that field, nothing else. You see what I'm saying? Nothing else. And people can try to throw in some words to sound intelligent like they're for the people. You're on that path, but the extra step fully to get there, you gotta come into the EPK. Otherwise, you don't know what you're saying and what you're doing. Because this is for trained professionals, which is us and IHPK. And I just want to say that. I'm sorry.
Right. And you know what? One of the reasons why they act how they do when they're questioned, because those questions ain't nothing but test questions.
Oh, all the time.
Trap questions.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying?
All the time.
Because if you answer it, give me a second, if you answer it the wrong way, they threaten your career.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, it was somebody that was on it was what was that Hispanic comedian was on Fox News.
You ain't talking about George? No, not George Lopez.
It was George Lopez.
It was.
It was him.
Okay, because I know he always talks about. He always speaks up for Black and Hispanic people.
Yeah, it was him.
But I like the stuff that he says, but he's still not.
Right.
But anyway, I mean, I love when he talks about Donald Trump. Though it's funny. He talks about racism. But go ahead.
They had him on Fox News, and he said how he thought about the situation. And you know what the news guy said? I can't remember exactly which news dude it said, but he said, "Yeah, I hope you have a good career." You know what that was?
Oh yeah,
that was a threat.
It was, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's funny because it's like everybody has to be quiet and silence, and you can't have it. Like, I mean, you can have a voice, but like they're like, "Oh no, I wouldn't do that," because you know what's gonna happen next. You're gonna lose everything. You're gonna lose money. Like the same thing with the baby. Now the baby, he was being undisciplined and unprofessional as far as what he did at his concert. He was making a whole joke about everything, but it still messed up his, it kind of messed up his career a little bit, but he still bounced back. You feel me? Same thing with Tory Lanez. What's Jay-Z's label?
Rockefeller.
Yeah. So Rockefeller Records, pretty much. Okay, Megan Thee Stallion is signed to Rockefeller Records, and so when that whole thing happened between her and Tory Lanez getting shot in the foot, come to find out it's not really true, because otherwise he would have been in jail, he would have been charged. All these things didn't happen. It was a propaganda to destroy Tory Lanez's career after that. You know what I mean? But that really didn't go, because he popping right now, as you know. You know what I mean? He popping like all over the internet.
They didn't send him back to Canada though.
Actually, he was just in New York not too long ago.
Well, they sent him there to send him back.
Yeah. So he's still popping. But the thing is, if these people were in the UPK the ones that's getting a little, so-called jammed up in the world and with their career and stuff like that, it will be a whole different story. You see what I'm saying? Because they would know, like, okay, this man stands for this. Like in the IHBK, this is all we do. This is all we do. So ain't no cancel culture for us. Right. You know what I mean? Ain't no so-called backlash for us unless we're doing something different than what we do outside of the protocols. Then yes. You feel me? But go ahead.
What I was gonna say is that a lot of celebrities are puppets for the white man. They
exactly.
They may say something about black people that they love, and then they say, "Oh, I still support the white man."
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
just
only
like Nick
support
Cannon
black
did.
and brown.
He said, black people are the Jews, and then he went back and took it back, or something
exactly,
like that.
Nick Cannon. Yeah, actually too. Brothers is talking about how Kanye West. He got an interview. I just saved it on my YouTube. There's a video where he just did an interview that he said that black people are the Hebrew Israelites. It's surfacing around stuff like that. That's cool. No sweat. That's cool. That's good that you know, but that's not enough. Like I tell people all the time, like when we battle, just because you know that you're an Israelite doesn't mean that you are saved and that you serve the Most High. You see what I'm saying? It just means that you need to know exactly what that means. Go ahead.
Actually, it's trick language for real.
It really is.
They're using damage control. They don't want to say that the blacks that was brought to the Americas on slave ships are the Israelites. They'll say black people, which could mean everybody in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody from anywhere. It could mean the pygmies, the limbas, you know what I'm saying? Because what are they doing now? They're going down and the Jewish dudes is going down into and looking at the Limba people. They the tribe of Levi because they still do the sacrifices.
Right.
The Ethiopians, they the tribe of Dan.
Mm-hmm.
You see, they making their own fake 12 tribes because everybody know that the tribes ain't white.
Right. And we always say we like in the IHK we never say black Hebrew Israelites. That sounds stupid because you're saying black because Hebrew Israelites are black.
Right.
See what I'm saying? And we don't even say Hebrew Israelites, we say Israelites because we try to get away from what the world is saying and doing. Right. You know what I mean? Because like what the hell is a black Israelite? You mean a Israelite? Like it just sounds stupid. It's like saying, yeah, I'm a black African American. What? Nigga, what? Like that. So I mean, if you're saying you're African American, that you're saying that you're black, ignorantly, of course. But you're saying that you're a black African American, so there must be other, African Americans. I'm assuming, and that's like you said, that's trick language.
Right.
Black Hebrew Israelites. So you're saying that there could be white ones too. Go ahead.
I was also going to say that he could be trying to troll people. He's trolling because he also saying he wants to be married to Kim because don't she help Africans?
As far as I know, yeah, I guess I don't know what she really does. I know they're divorced right now, but they're still so-called boyfriend and girlfriend right now.
He wants to be married back to her, and she helps Africans.
Kanye, ain't he from Chicago?
Yeah,
he is.
And why in the hell ain't he helping out Chicago?
That's what I'm saying. His so-called ex-wife is doing more for niggas than he is what it sounds like.
Oh, talking about Kim Kardashian?
Yeah. She had freed. I said damn. She freed. Didn't I? It damn sound like it, but she had she's in this prison program.
Oh. Wow.
With Donald Trump, and she helped get a few black people out of jail who were doing serious crime. Like it's that one sister. What's her name? Is it Cynthia? I think her name is Cynthia Brown.
Was she like a housewife or something?
No.
Centoya?
No. I think I forget her name. Her name started with a C. It's this woman who went to jail.
Yeah, her name is Centoya Brown. It's
Centoya Brown. She had killed her sex trafficker.
Yes, her name was
when she was 19, she spent all those years in jail. And Kim Kardashian, I helped her get out.
I watched her story.
It's on Netflix.
It was so sad.
But even in that, you know what I'm saying? Which that sister certainly should have been let out. She never should have been went to prison for.
She got let out.
Never should have.
Matter of fact, on clemency.
She should have been. It should have been a GoFundMe for her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she should have about $250,000 or so in that GoFundMe, and she never should have went to prison.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? But when people like Kim Kardashian do stuff like that, Kim Kardashian can do stuff like it because she don't have to prove that she's white.
Right.
Now Kanye, he has to prove it
Right.
because his black behind is always going to be a stain inside white society.
Mhm.
So he got to try and prove that he's white. So he's not trying to touch no black issues. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
No Israelite issues.
Mhm.
He's not trying to touch that. But she has free reign. That's part of white privilege. You know what I'm saying? Well, the people say, oh no, see, she's not really white. Yes, she is. White people come in different shades. They don't just come in one color. She's a Roma. You know what I'm saying? Roma, that's some of the damn near close to the Caucasus Mountains as you can get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Romania,
Yeah.
gypsies,
Romania,
all of that stuff, they're
Mhm.
white people too. They're just dark white people. Just like Spain, Portugal, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, they come in, white people don't just come in one shade. You know, they dispersed and went to these countries according to their specific families of Esau.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
That's why they all bear the same similar characteristics.
Yeah.
For us physical, same phenotypes, stuff like that. All Bosnians got big ass noses. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, all that kind of stuff because they separated according to families, but they're still white.
Yeah, that's right. That's white. I mean,
That's white.
you got it, sister.
The woman Centoya Brown, there was a documentary out about her about what happened.
Right.
And I think some people did donate a GoFundMe page.
I think I did hear about that. Yeah. I watched some of it on Netflix.
You know what? Rich blacks could have secretly been given to that though.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Just like white people do with Zimmerman, and you don't even know who the hell they made the donations.
Yeah.
Zimmerman got over $500,000 in GoFundMe donations.
Yeah, I remember that.
She could have easily, some of y'all, these celebrities and all that, could have easily been sending her 60, 70,000 here and that, and kept it on hush, kept it on the low. You know what I'm saying? They could have did that. Yeah. And she could have wound up with $500,000 or so, something like that. You know, she killed that sex trafficker. You know, she did a good service for America.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She did a good service. She should be called a hero. One thing, she was taken against her will.
She was.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, at 14 too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nabbed up somewhere.
Raped,
you know what I'm saying? Right.
Abused.
Yeah.
But not just that man that she killed, but multiple men. Like it's sad. Her story is very sad.
Yeah.
But, you know that I know that sister's traumatized for sure. You know what I mean? But now she's married. You see what I'm saying? With a decent dude with a seem like based on the documentary that she's been talking to, I guess, in jail. But she living a better life so far is what they're saying. But yeah, and she definitely got money though, because I know they did not just clean her up for that documentary.
Oh,
she was talking about all the things that she's doing for her life now. So it sounds like she's got money and revenue coming in on top of what, like you said, secretly what they would send to her.
Yeah, she should have. She should actually be rich to where she don't really have to even really work.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The way I look at it, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. She should be, and then you got to think about the damage, because you got to look not only the way that she's damaged though.
Yeah.
You know who has to bear that damage? Her husband too.
Her husband, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just gonna say that. Yes.
He has to bear, and they have kids. If they have kids together, what you do to people that affects that whole generation. That's why everybody say, well, you wasn't a slave, so why are you worried about slavery? You bear the scars. You bear the scars of slavery, and you bear the reproach. In this time, you bear everything that your foreparents bared. This nigga still picking cotton today.
Absolutely.
Down in Alabama and all the places where cotton fields is at.
Oh yeah.
You think they in any better condition? They just ain't getting hit with a goddamn bullwhip. What they're getting hit with is, you better pick this cotton or your ass is evicted.
You're fired.
You're fired. You know what I'm saying? You lose your goddamn home.
Deported.
Yeah, you deported. You know what I'm saying? That's the whip right there.
Yeah. We call them ICE.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
And when ICE get on you, well, they ruthless. Like they will hurt you.
Yes.
They would do some uncivilized things to you.
Raping,
yeah.
All of that.
Actually, yeah. Around the time when the brothers went down in Mexico, articles later had came out and said that there were some Haitians being killed, and Mexicans being killed, and also too some were being whipped and violated, if you know what I mean.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm like, good night.
They raping males and females.
Oh yeah, children, all that. Yeah. Also
Yeah, they
too.
don't care nothing about none of that.
Yeah. Also too. A lot of people love to talk about Red Cross. Red Cross is on that.
They've been on that.
They've been on the raping and the robbing and all that stuff.
Yes.
That's what they do.
The Red Cross and Blue Shield,
All
they
that.
were always on that. As a matter of fact, they got their start of that. Matter of fact, people were back in the day, say maybe 80 years ago,
Yeah.
people were more afraid of the ambulance than what they were of the police. Serious. People were more afraid of the ambulance. It used to be a thing. Well, this is the reason why black people are scared to go to the doctor. This is why black people are scared, because that trauma, that's the reason why. When they would hang a black man in slavery, they would take a little black baby boy and put him up under the hanging black man.
Yeah.
To cause shock into his soul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, now think about it. 80 years ago, they would see that ambulance pulled up because the ambulance was known for doing what? Kidnapping black people. Because the ambulance is just like a damn paddy wagon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and they would throw you in there. They would throw you in there, and they would start to bring you and do experiments on you. That's what they were known for. That's how they had these groundbreaking experiments. You know what I'm saying? You go to U of L, you want to be a heart doctor. You go to Louisville, you know, the University of Louisville, who has the best heart care in the country. How you think they got all of that? How you think they got all of that research? Yeah, it was just like the organ stuff that they doing today. They were the organ traffickers back then.
Give me that back up. Yeah, I gotta grab another.
And then you think about it, because you don't know, you could be left for months under their torture and experiments.
Yeah, absolutely. And then,
you know what I'm saying? They ain't just going, the cops beat you up, kill you, but the ambulance was way more feared than the cops were, because they keeping you alive for months, for a month or so. They doing medieval stuff on you. That they would do, and that the Spanish Inquisition would do. Is what they're doing inside them damn ambulances, taking you to them damn places. Private hospitals and all of that stuff. Running all types of experiments on you. The same stuff the devils be talking about when they get abducted by aliens. You know what I'm saying? Right. You had one dude talking about how they drilled a hole in each one of his teeth.
Yeah, I heard about that.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine how painful that was.
Good. And you ain't got nothing to help with the pain either.
Right. They looking at all of that, how you respond to the pain. You know what I'm saying? You know, so they ain't giving you no anesthesia. You know, none of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You want to keep going?
Right.
Yeah.
Verse 6. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord God, repent and turn yourselves from your idols and turn away your faces from all your abominations. Right. So now it's better said than done, of course, but we know that the laws are not grievous. The things that the Most High tells us is for our success. Like when he tells you, once again, to turn away and repent. And repentance, I just had to go over this with somebody recently. You know, repentance is not saying I'm sorry for what I've done and you just keep doing it. If you keep doing something that you say sorry for, you ain't sorry. You know, that should be common knowledge. Now, repentance is removing yourself fully from that mistake and not doing the mistake again. That's what repentance is. You see what I'm saying? If you know that you're going to do it again because you're too weak to your lust, you might as well just keep your mouth shut and be ready to get that, receive that punishment. Whether it be this, whether it be that, or worse, death. But sometimes that's not even good enough for people. Right. Some people in the world are not scared of death. Right. They just don't give a damn. They just want to live a disgusting life. And that be that. Sometimes the Most High keep them alive with a certain condition that they just don't want to live with. To suffer, yes. They know how to get you together. Oh, absolutely, he does. Yeah, sure. He absolutely does. So to repent means not to do it again. And turn yourselves away from your idols, meaning that you abandon the idols. Just like how you abandoned the Most High. Just like how you turned your face from him, now you have to do this to your idols. And then when you do that, that's when you go back to the Most High. Because you can't serve two masters. Because you will either hate the one
or love the other, or love the one and hate the other. You can't love two gods. That's why in history or culture, so-called culture, for all the other nations, I never understood how you can serve more than one God. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
I really can't wrap my mind around it.
They
I
just
just don't
have a
get it.
God for everything. Like Dagon, the fish god, he lived on the coast. You know what I'm saying? He lived on the coast, and your main trade was fishing, and you depended on the sea coast.
Yeah.
Worship Dagon for that. You had the god of crops and everything. You needed a crop. Pray to the god of the crops.
Yeah, I'm
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
crazy. Like why not just serve one God who created everything
Right.
instead of splitting it all up? You know what I mean? Like it doesn't make any sense, and it's very confusing. And then you start to tap into things that are unlawful that you're gonna get yourself caught up in.
Right.
You know what I mean? The weed god, was it Shiva?
Right.
God of Shiva. You know what I mean? The dreadlocks, the
God of the thug life, Cali.
Right, Cali,
You know what I'm saying?
East Indians.
I'm waiting to find out who the god of weave and nails is.
Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna have to research that one. Yeah, no, it's just crazy, man. But anyway, so you get the point. Let's keep going. No, that was a good one.
You want me to go down to verse 9?
Yeah, might as well. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, let me see. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shamara, Al Basham Yahweh Shai to the sister that just chimed in. All right. Shalom, sis. Go ahead.
Okay. Ezekiel chapter 14 and verse 9. And if the prophet be deceived when he has spoken a thing, I, the Lord, have deceived that prophet. Most I did that on purpose.
On purpose, yeah, absolutely.
Right.
It's a how would you say it? As far as why he did it's like like he's seeing something. He's trying to see something.
Yeah. What it is,
good.
A lot of times too, the prophets, because when the prophet starts to go from being a prophet of the Lord to only prophesying stuff, feel good stuff and stuff like that for people.
Right.
You know, so now, what the Most High will do is send that prophet a strong delusion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And now he's prophesying out of that strong delusion. The Most High pretty much gave him up to his false prophecy.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And then hit him with a prophecy that he was so convinced of. And now he brought that prophecy before the people and everything. Come to find out the Lord sent that deceit down upon him, you know what I'm saying, to go ahead and destroy that prophet. You know, and to destroy the people that also keep believing in that prophet and paying him off too. You know what I'm saying?
That's a perfect setup, though.
Right.
Because it has a purpose.
Right. Because the prophet, the Lord done warned me, prophet, just like he did with Balaam. He done warned him. You know what I'm saying? That whole thing with the donkey wasn't about the donkey.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
That was the Lord speaking through the donkey to show, the Lord saying, look, I've been faithful. You know what I'm saying? You always depended on me. Now what you doing now?
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a crazy story when I first read it.
Now you sitting there listening to these kings is hiring you, and Balaam had power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you get people that's because some people in them type of dark arts and prophecy and stuff like that really do have real power because they was once with the Lord. And the Lord don't just take it away. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it, he can sit there and take that gift and use it to destroy you.
Right.
And that's what happened with Balaam eventually.
Right.
But kings was hiring Balaam.
Right.
Powerful, rich, super rich dudes. So they knew he had something. You know what I'm saying? Because they would have been messing with him. He was just some little, crazy dude running around, you know what I'm saying? And nobody would pay no damn attention to him. But he was because he could curse somebody and it really would happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He could curse somebody. He did have some power.
Right.
Because he was a prophet of the Lord, but then he turned, and that power just gets used on the dark side. It don't get used the way that it's supposed to be.
Right, exactly.
And he started prophesying for money.
Yeah.
And start getting super, super rich.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Behind it and everything.
In the name of the Lord, you're doing wickedness.
Right, exactly. And he was dangerous. He was dangerous to the nation of Israel. You know what I'm saying? The only thing is, he couldn't curse us particularly. He could curse every other nation that he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? That's why he worked for the highest bidder.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He could curse any other nation it is. He just couldn't curse Israel because the Most High had blessed Israel.
Right, of course. Yeah.
But one thing that he said, well, you can do this though. What you can do is you can make them eat of your sacrifices, just like the Christian church do today. That's why they have you eating Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
That's why they have you eating Christmas dinner. That's why they have you eating, you know what I'm saying, celebrating all the holidays of America, is to keep you under the curse. Because if you stop doing that, then, you know what I'm saying, then the curse can be lifted. And he don't want that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? His job is to keep you doing this. That's why every time you cut on, if you was to cut on Christian television, they have the Christmas stuff around. That stuff is targeted at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not a day that everybody, you know, come together and all this stupid stuff that they always damn say. This is for you.
Right. It's for you.
This is the same counsel of Balaam.
Yeah.
The same thing that he told the king of Moab and them to do with you.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The king of Moab was Chinese and we was in China, then we'd be running around with the damn dragons and, you know, fireworks and all of that stuff and eating the damn octopuses, you know what I'm saying, and all kind of stuff like that, keeping ourselves under the curse. That's what they probably got the blacks in China doing right now.
Yeah, no, that's disgusting.
You know? Celebrating on Chinese holidays.
Yeah. All right, you want to keep going? Yeah, no, that's very disgusting. Octopus. Yeah.
Octopus and noodles.
Yeah. We still verse 9?
Verse 9.
Okay.
I, the Lord, have perceived that prophet, and I will stretch out my hand upon him, and will destroy him from the midst of my people. Israel means the Lord. The midst of is mean to be in the sight of everybody.
In the sight of, right. And you just you said this very perfectly, because that's how it happens.
Right.
Whether it's with Hebrew priests or prophets, or whether it's with the heathens.
Right.
You know what I mean, I think about Pharaoh. You know, you always make a great example about how Pharaoh, you know, the Most High, showed his power but still destroyed them.
Right.
And it's going to happen to Esau too, very soon.
And the Most High did this before the world.
Before the world, in the midst.
Right. Exactly. In the midst, before the whole world. The whole world to take notice.
Yeah, and that's something that you should. Like I mean, back in that time, and when Esau gets destroyed, because he's powerful right now, no sweat. But once he dies, I mean, once he gets destroyed, you know, the whole, it's going to be in front of everybody, and everybody's going to have to take note mentally and physically and know what that means. Like, okay, the Most High is the one that's behind all of this.
Right.
See what I'm saying? His work will be shown, not the work of Esau, but the Most High work.
All right. And here's the thing, though, because Esau had even more, you know, power of influence than what the ancient Egyptians did, because the ancient Egyptians at the time were the only ones that got destroyed like that, you know, and then the other world powers got it. But the Most High is going to break, you know, this time with Esau, the Most High is going to break all of his Confederates.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
He's going to break all of his Confederates because all of them has taken part in destroying us.
Yeah. Once again, we always talk about this. Psalms 83.
Right.
83. Those are his Confederates. If you don't know, read the book of Psalms 83, and you will find out. And once you figure out who are behind the biblical names, meaning who is, Ishmael, the Philistines, the Moabites. Once you figure that out, you are going to know, like, oh, I see now.
Right.
And you are going to know who's going to be destroyed and why.
And everybody grabbing on to them, you know, talking about Africa, you know what I'm saying? They don't understand that Africa, the West Africans are the Philistines.
Right.
What was the Philistines known for? The Philistines, the reason why their god was Dagon is because they depended on the coast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They were, you know, that's why they worship the fish. Because Dagon was a merman. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds so childish and, like, you know,
right.
So mythology. Because isn't that ain't that Greek mythology with the fish? Dagon?
No, this is gone before the Greeks. This happened. Greeks took it on, adopted it, you know what I'm saying, and just made it into the white man, like kingfish, like the kingfish symbol or something like that.
Yeah.
But Dagon, in his original form, had dreadlocks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He had dreadlocks and he had a dreaded beard too.
Yeah, good night.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was half man, half fish. You know what I'm saying?
Naked, of course.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That was, you pray to Dagon and he brings in a great harvest of fish. You know what I'm saying? Because the Philistines had to get ran out of the Middle East also.
Yeah.
The time of King David,
right.
You know what I'm saying? You ever notice during the time of King Solomon and everything, the Philistines were no longer a power.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what did they have to do? And a lot of people, rather than to be in the company of us being ruled in the company of us ruling over them, they would rather flee somewhere. Where they flee to? They ain't go to Europe.
Right.
They went down into Africa. And that's one of the reasons why it was so damn vicious down there. When you go into Psalms 83, it said the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab and the Hagarenes and all of them, the Philistines. These people were the ones on the damn Ivory Coast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Taking and pushing us that were in the central parts of Africa to the coast through wars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pushing us through the coast. So now you have the slave ships coming this way, and you have them warring and pushing that way.
That way up.
You know what I'm saying? The Arabs and the Africans together. And then you had the Canaanites in South Africa. You know what I'm saying? Shaka Zulu in there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They were pushing also. So we was geographically just, strategically just being, very outmatched by everybody. We were being closed in. We were surrounded, just like we were in Jerusalem. You know what I'm saying? You had the Atlantic Ocean on this side with all the slave ships. The white man didn't have to hop up on the land and start catching niggas with nets and all of that. He didn't have to do that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? The Arabs and the Africans and black women.
Right, yeah.
All together.
Right.
And making sure that we went on them goddamn boats.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's history right there for you.
Right. By the time you got to them goddamn boats, you're too weak to fight anything.
Right, yeah.
And they ain't have to catch your ass with a net. All you had to do is pick your ass up. And remember the Shaka Zulu when they was all laid around? You know what I'm saying? And he said, "This is the wandering Jews of Africa."
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Fleeing from the Pharaoh Shaka.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were too goddamn weak to fight anything at that point.
Yeah.
They were sick. You know what I'm saying? They were all messed up and everything. And, then, they were weak, famined, hungry, burnt by that hot African sun. You know what I'm saying? They were just in a bad shape. At that time, they couldn't even fight sleep. You know what I'm saying? So by the time we got to that goddamn coast, all the fight spirit was gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you want to keep going?
Right.
All right. Verse 10.
Verse 10. And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity. The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh unto him. Remember the story in Kings. Remember you had the prophet, and then he listened to the old prophet. Remember that?
Yeah.
And when the lion slew the prophet, the young prophet, what did the old prophet say? He said, "Make my burial place right next
to him."
To him,
Yeah.
To the prophet, because he deceived him and he
Yeah.
understood that. So now here's the thing: when the Christian pastors deceive these sisters and deceive these brothers and everything, when they get destroyed, that Christian pastor should make his bed next to them.
Absolutely.
You tell them, the woman, the Christian pastor tell a goddamn woman that no, you deserve better than that. You deserve a good man. You deserve this and you deserve that. She leave her husband. You know what they should do? What they should do is they should be the one to take care of that woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Yeah.
They should take the responsibility, that church as a whole, and be her husband. You know what I'm saying? Be her husband. Pay her bills. All of that stuff that they said that they goddamn black men supposed to be doing, they should be doing it.
Right.
because they didn't talk her into leaving him.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they should take it on. Why ain't they doing that? If they really believe in what the hell they goddamn say, then why in the hell ain't they taking on that responsibility themselves and
Right.
showing what a real man's supposed to do?
Mm.
They should be paying her rent. You know what I'm saying? They should be making sure that her kids is good. They should be making sure that she eat. Every
Right.
damn thing that they said that black man should have been doing for her is what they should be doing for her after they talked her into leaving her man
Right.
or putting him out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
And that's the truth, because I mean, once that woman does leave that man, 9 times out of 10, you are going to be. I mean, she's going to be in your arms.
Right.
So you are you going to trick her out, or are you going to do what you
Right.
said that man should have been doing?
Right. And then here's the thing: even if she gets another man, they should still do the same thing. You know why? Because they done sat there and done told that woman, yeah, you can have the, this man, you can get you another man, not even giving a damn of what the character of the new man will be like. They just telling her you deserve better. So
Right.
what is that going to make her mind automatically do?
Mm-hmm.
She's not going to be judging based on the character of this dude and none of that. If she don't know, she got a sucky character of her goddamn self.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how the hell she gonna peep out a good character? If she peep out a man that has a good character, she gonna be repulsed by him. You know what I'm saying? So they the one told her that she can get pleasure from anywhere. So they should be the one to take while she get back blown out by dude. They should be the ones paying her bills.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They should be the ones doing all of that stuff that they said that her husband should have done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you put it out there like that, now they go, well, now they rethink their goddamn position now, huh? You know what I'm saying? Imagine they did it and they got a house full of hoes.
No, you're right.
Christian pastor ass will be on food stamps.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah.
true. But I like that precept. I like this whole chapter. This chapter's really good.
Right, right.
Yeah, this is some camp material.
Right.
Oh yeah. By the way, to the brother who said, "Are we having camp today?" As far as I know, not this week. All right. But shalom, Lord Christ to you, trooper. Keep going.
Verse 10.
Oh no, 11. You
11.
read, yeah, you read all the way through 10.
Oh yeah, sure did. Verse 11. That the house of Israel may go no more astray from me. I just want to reiterate on that just a little more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it said the punishment of the pastor shall be the same as the person that sought unto him.
Mm-hmm.
This right here is telling you that if you're going to be a pastor, give good counsel. If you don't know what counsel to say, shut the buck up.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? If you don't know what to tell someone, shut up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's an ISUPK in every goddamn city that you can think of. Call the priests.
Right.
Because you obviously you don't have it. You don't have what it takes. You destroying and wiping families out. You know what? You run the risk of your goddamn family being wiped out.
Right.
Because if God punished that family by wiping them out, now he can hit you and wipe your family out.
Right.
You're gonna see your daughter out there hoeing. Your wife out there blowing somebody on her job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Your wife now Miss Independent and challenging you as far as your pastorship. And she start her own goddamn church and take half your goddamn congregation away. And then divorce you and take half your finances too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Get
ready.
I done see I done heard of an ugly situation like where it was a judge, it was this dude, he was a judge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the sister is talking about her somehow she starts counseling with this judge. You know, the judge gave her his number, she started counseling with this judge, and the judge is teaching her all this evil stuff she can do against her child's father.
Oh yeah, I know the story.
You know about this?
Yeah, you told me. Yeah, I heard it. Yeah.
Yo, he ended up getting her pregnant. She got all that arsenal against his ass.
Yeah, it backfired.
Right. And what did he do? Lost his family.
Yeah.
Lost his job as judge.
Mm-hmm.
Every evil thing that he thought to do to that black man, that poor black man,
happened to him.
Yeah,
that reminded me of what Haman tried to do to Mordecai.
Right, right.
It backfired and ended up being him. He ended up carrying that noose.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And then and it was the noose of his own device too. He wanted to make it great for Mordecai. He wanted 50 feet. That's high up.
Oh yeah.
To where everybody could see Mordecai hanging. He was just so, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Thirsty to see Mordecai, and that's just certainly the spirit of Amalek.
It is. Yeah.
That's Amalek, no doubt. And on top of that, he was of the seed royal of Amalek. He was of the same kindred as Alexander the Greek.
Oh yeah, that's
you
right.
know what I'm saying? That's Philip of Macedonia. He was their family member. Closely related to them. That's how he held such a high position inside the Medo-Persian Empire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't just snatch up any old devil. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because of his bloodline and who he is in Macedonia. That's how, because the Greeks were next to come in line in power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They were.
And he was an Agagite of the king's seed of Amalek. That's how he was able to assume that position inside the Medo. He ended up becoming the second most powerful man on the planet. At that time. Yes. I mean, think about it. I mean, that was these stories, King Artaxerxes and all them still talk about to this day. King Artaxerxes ruled the world at that time.
Yeah, this is thousands of years.
Yeah.
That was like 5,000-6,000 years ago.
Oh, probably not that long ago. I'll say maybe somewhere in the area of
3,000.
Right. Yeah. 5,000 years ago was ancient Egypt.
Yeah.
So you got to go all the way down from that.
Yeah.
Haman was in the midst right before the Greeks. He was in the BC time, like something like 800 BC, some stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 2,800 years ago, somewhere in that area.
Yeah. No, that's a long time.
Yeah. Because he was at a time where Phoenicia was still, pretty powerful. Tyre and Zidon was still pretty powerful at that time. Also, the Canaanites, you know what I'm saying? They still had a lot of power, and that's why Greece had to go to war with them too. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just the Medo-Persians they had to, go against. But at that time, the kingdom of the Medo-Persians was solid, and they ruled the world. And Haman became the second most powerful man in the world.
Right.
He became the first most powerful man in Greece, in Macedonia. You know what I'm saying? And second in the whole world. That's a lot of power right there.
It is.
That is a lot of power.
It ain't nothing to play with either.
You're right.
Yeah, I mean, as you've seen in the scriptures.
I mean, think about it. Look what he was getting ready to have done to us. And the 10,000 talents of silver.
That was a lot of money.
That's an unspeakable amount of money.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you don't get that overnight.
Yeah, if you just think about it, you put that into dollars, man, it'll have more zeros than you. I'm dead serious. It look like a goddamn bowl of them. The soup. Where you get the soup that's the O's.
Oh, the SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. That's how many zeros is behind them to make a whole goddamn bowl of SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. I used to love that too. That was good. Yeah, I used to love it all the time. I used to eat it all the time after school. Yeah, but no. Anyway, let's read 11 one more time. But no, that is a really good point though. Verse 11, because you only read the first part.
That the house of Israel may go no more astray from me, neither be polluted any more with all their transgressions, but that they may be my people, and I may be their God, saith the Lord God.
Right. So the whole purpose of what we're going over is, okay, of course, this is all being spoken to Ezekiel, Salakia. And the whole purpose of this is to get away from our idols. Like really, if you think about it, everything in this chapter can be used for what's going on today. We are looking up to, like, once again, we mentioned Kanye West earlier about how he said that we're Black Hebrew Israelites. It doesn't shock me, but it's going to shock the rest of the world, because the world gets shocked by every goddamn thing. You see what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that he's found the truth, that he's in the truth. It's just him acknowledging that Niggas
Yeah.
are Israelites. That's it.
Right.
But the fact is, what we have to acknowledge is that now that you know that information, what are you going to do from there?
Right.
Are you going to change your life? Are you going to stop serving these idols? So a lot of people do things in life that they don't know that they're already doing. See what I'm saying? For example, people in the world, they serve every idol that's out there. For example, when you're talking to a female in the world, what's the first thing that they always ask you if you're having a good conversation with them or a bad conversation? What sign are you? What's your sign? What's your horoscope? You're giving me Gemini vibes. Like what the hell does that even mean?
Right.
Are you a Capricorn? I don't know about those. I don't know about the Capricorns. All I know is in the UPK. Nobody gives a damn about that.
No.
And now I'm gonna say something that General Hyman had said that was very, very deep. He said every man and every woman, he said every man and every woman can honestly marry each other. Like any man and any woman can really be with each other, despite all that horoscope stuff.
Right. Soulmate stuff.
Soulmate stuff like that. Like really, any woman and man can be in a marriage with each other, no matter who they are within Israel. Any of us can, despite any of what the world tells us. Because of what the world tells us, our mind switches to, well, if this is not a line, that's not a line, we can't be together. And all the things of us being shallow and just how a person may look and all that stuff, all that stuff is not a factor. See what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about like a woman who, I'll give you a worldly perspective, right? Because a lot of people say that they don't see this. A woman who's making 6 figures can be with a man that looks like he a bum. See what I'm saying? Who was just getting by, who's working at McDonald's. That can happen. And they always say, oh, this person's out of your league and things of that sort. Now in the UPK, if you are a priest and a woman's trying to get at you, she might be out of your league. I mean, you are out of her league because of how she's carrying herself in life.
Right.
And she's worried about the horoscopes. She's worried about, if you work at McDonald's or at a car wash, a gas station, she is out of your league.
Right.
See what I'm saying? Okay. I mean, it's the other way around, right? You are out of her league.
You out of her league.
Yeah, you out of her league. My bad. Yeah.
Here's a secret right here that a lot of brothers don't know. A woman never really has a league.
She never does.
I don't give a damn what she do.
Come on, man. She does.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen the most powerful, so-called powerful, talented, famous woman get knocked down by, a crackhead.
Right.
I heard stories of it.
Yeah,
and she's with that man for the rest of her life sometimes, some cases.
Right. I done seen it, lots of times. I mean, me myself, I done been, unemployed at times or even just working some, menial little job and everything. And knocking down 6-figure broad.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because see, here's the thing, like they always say, she only wants the man that's seemingly on her caliber or whatever for that financial support,
right,
security, and the benefits that come along with it. So now, if you got the woman that got the bag, she ain't chasing it.
Right.
If she got the women that have the bag, a lot of the times they're not chasing the bag.
Right.
Now they just want pleasure.
Right.
Because they got that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have found him a fool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Took half his damn stuff, and she a career woman too.
Right.
And she, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now she just want to get it blown out.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so
what they say? What do women say? Why is broke D the best D?
And that's just that's so disgusting.
You heard it?
Yeah, I hear it all the time. It's just like that, like that. First of all, you're snitching on yourself because you said that you need this type of man and that type of man, but you settling for something less. You see what I'm saying? You settling for all of it. All right, because a lot of times women they're just so simple-minded when they have no direction. A woman that has direction, she's more, she has, how can I say it? It's a lot. My mind going blank right now.
I mean, their direction that she got to come from a man.
It has to. Like she has really something going for her when she has the direction. Without it, she's just simple. She's
Right.
simply like a sack of rocks.
Right.
You feel me? Like just there's nothing in there. But now that she has something in here, she looks different. She speaks different.
Right.
She dresses different. And that's really all the women in UPK. The women in UPK have direction because they have a man. Even if they don't have a physical husband, they have a male figure, a father figure, or a brother figure in the UPK who's there to lead them in the right direction. You see what I'm saying? And not all men are looking to, be dogs, to try to belittle and try to whore out our sisters. You see what I'm saying? In the UPK, we are totally against that. We don't believe in trying to make our sisters whores and try to, fit them into what society wants them to be. We do not worship women in the UPK. They are not our idol. They are just our woman. They are our peace, our helpmate.
They're not our queens.
They're not our queens, because a queen is a prostitute. If you know the original definition, it's another word for prostitute too that just came out recently. I forget how to say. I got it somewhere in my phone. But yeah, we don't have queens. Ain't no queens in Israel. See what I'm saying? None of that. Absolutely not. And also too, what I love about our women in the UPK, they hate even the sense of being worshipped. Ooh, when I first seen that in the UPK, I said I've never seen that in my life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Sisters hate the sense of a man trying to worship them or even calling them a queen. Man, that's so beautiful. Like man, it is a whole different world in the UPK. But they do love it when they are complimented, when they're getting praise on the right things that they're doing, as they should, because that's what the Bible says.
All right.
Praise a woman when she's doing something good. Don't praise her when she's being being wicked and disgusting to you. Don't do that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Give her flowers when it's due. All right. You know what I mean? Also too, they love being called princess and Yapa, which is beautiful. And there's so many other words to compliment them in the Hebrew or in the English. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna keep going.
Okay.
So that was the point of 11. Just turn from your transgressions and don't be polluted with what this world has given us. All right, which is garbage anyway. Keep going.
Verse 12. The word of the Lord came into me saying, beginning to be saying. Verse 13. Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out my hand upon it and will break the staff of the bread thereof, and will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it.
Ooh.
Even the animals got to pay.
Yep. And the animals sitting there like, what I do?
All right.
You see what I'm saying?
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing with animals. Animals follow humans because the human is the most dominant factor. You know what I'm saying? You think about it. You got gay gorillas out there today. You know what I'm saying? You got animals that are going against nature. You know what I'm saying? You got deers that eat meat. Deer ain't supposed to eat no goddamn meat. You got a predatory deer. How did that come about?
Right. You got what is it? You got giraffes eating burgers and shit. I don't know, fries, McDonald's. I don't know. I don't know. He's
in a drive-through, sticking his neck.
Yeah. I went to number 2, and I went to extra large.
Right.
like it just goes against nature.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You got, there's so many weird examples you can make. The whole point is it just goes against nature.
All right.
I don't know. I just thought of it. It was random, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's kind of funny though.
I can see a grizzly bear eating KFC.
Just sitting there, dining in and shit.
Yeah, going chilling, got the family around and every damn thing.
Right. And then somebody else comes around the corner, they're like, "What the hell going on in here?" Yeah.
He in the city. Oh, remember? Did you go to Pittsburgh at time? Went to Pittsburgh?
No.
Oh man, you know what I seen in Pittsburgh?
What?
we was getting ready. We was on our way to some club in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you have to strip with all these different clubs and stuff like that. Look on the damn corner. It was about 15 deer on the corner chilling like niggas.
Wow. Really?
Dead serious.
Wow.
I'm like, what the hell is this? What goes on here?
Damn.
They was just chilling on the corner. You know what I'm saying? The area, this is not in a wooded area. Nowhere near a wooded area. This is where the strip.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was a bunch of deer, big bucks, chilling out there on the corner like they trying to holler at broads or trying to move to work or something.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, serious. They should have watching niggas go in the club. Ashley shows they got ID. You got your ID. Like, what the hell?
No, actually, a few months. I think no, not a few months ago. About 2 years or so. Do y'all remember when? I think this is when you just moved up here. When the zoo had opened up or the animals broke out of the zoo or something like that. And it was a giraffe walking down the highway street. Remember that? And it's happened in Minnesota.
Somebody put it on
Facebook.
On Facebook.
Yeah, I seen all over Facebook. It was animals, like somehow the animals had got out of the zoo. And they were on the streets, they were walking down on the highway, all types of people taking pictures of it. And the traffic had got held up because of the animals. I'm talking about it was like maybe a lion, all
People
types of
out of
stuff.
town, they thought it was fake.
Huh?
People out of town was thinking it was fake. I had my family from New Orleans asking me it was fake. I'm like, nah, this is
No,
real.
it was people really taking live footage and taking pictures of where the location was on the highway. Like, we talking about busy highways, boy.
I had posted a picture of like and said like, this is the real life Jumanji, y'all.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. And no, it was crazy though. 'Cause I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers really just out here like wild animals.
Right.
It was crazy. I don't know what happened. Like, I think Animal Control came out and took their ass back. I don't know, but I just know that
They
shit was
probably
crazy.
hit them all with them tranquilizer darts. Probably sniping them.
Probably. Yeah.
That's the only way they've been able to catch you. You ain't catching no goddamn giraffe like that. No lion.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. It was all. It was like a few couple of wild animals that escaped, but I don't even know the whole backstory of that. Go ahead.
Was you in the car with me and the mom when them turkeys came and tried to
The turkeys were trying to. We had dropped her off to the hospital.
I think y'all know.
It was somewhere else. We had dropped her off
somewhere.
Yeah, we had dropped her off in the school vehicle like a while ago.
Right.
You know, like probably I think it was last year. And these wild turkeys were trying to chase after him. Amar rolled down the window. He's talking, shit to the turkeys and shit.
And they was talking back to him.
They was making noises. They was making noises and stuff, like really communicating. And they started to chase the car. And we looking at the side mirror. They really chasing the car. So he stops. He gets out. He's talking stuff again. He jumps back in the car. They running after us again. Man, when I say I laughed so.
Yeah.
When I tell you I laughed so hard, it was so funny because I was like, these things are really trying to chase after the car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he really over there talking smack. He was like, yeah, I'm happy for dinner.
Man, they run that hood.
Man, it was so funny, y'all. It was so
funny.
The
turkeys and geese, they run things.
No, they dangerous too. They are pretty dangerous. But yeah.
I was just telling you, I was a mock. I was like, man, down in Louisville, little kids be chasing the geese and stuff like that around. They're like, not up here.
Yeah, no.
You don't believe it here. They run to you. You respect their mind up here.
They'll fight you. They'll really try to peck you to death. Everything.
Right.
Then their claws are very sharp too. Not just those chickens, but them too. Yeah. But anyway, let's finish up this last.
Okay. Then will I stretch out my hand upon it, and will break the staff of the bread thereof, and will send famine upon it. And I will cut off man and beast from it. Verse 14. Though these three men, Noah, Daniel, and Job, were in it, they should deliver but their own souls by their righteousness, said the Lord God.
That's the good night. Noah, Daniel, and Job.
Right. It was kind of like a Lot situation,
right.
Because only Lot could be delivered to that instant. It was trying to deliver other people out there, but the whole damn Sodom and Gomorrah was corrupt. That was Sodom and Gomorrah consisted of actually 5 cities.
Yeah.
5 great cities.
Yeah.
On top of that.
Even Abraham he had tried to plead with the Lord, like if there's just 50 righteous people, like he's trying to save Sodom and Gomorrah, but not knowing that this place is extremely wicked. It has to go.
Right.
It went down all the way to 5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think it was like 150. Then it went all the way down to 5. And like he just kept hounding the Lord about it.
Right.
Only 5 escaped. It was 5 or 8.
No, it was actually it was him, his wife, but she got turned into a pillar of salt.
Right.
And his 2 daughters. It was actually 3, only 3 people.
3 people?
Yeah, just them 3. Everybody else got the business.
Yeah, because I'm thinking I know Lot had left.
No, Lot came right in the nick of time.
Yeah, no, I'm saying he didn't get destroyed.
No, right. No, he got delivered, him and his wife and his 2 daughters.
Okay.
4 people made it out, but his wife, she really didn't make it out. She looked back.
Right.
Got turned into a pillar of salt.
Right. Okay. I don't know where that 5 from. Okay.
And I found it awfully funny.
Yeah.
Because the Valley of Salt.
Yeah.
That's where Sodom and Gomorrah was actually at, and that's where Esau had a lot of his battles at.
It's like, that to this day. No one lives there.
Right. It's funny because the place where you decide to fight at, in biblical time, it was some strength there that you saw.
Mm-hmm.
And the white man's strength is sin.
Right.
That's why he fought in the Valley of Sin.
Right. Yep. No. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, right here. It says right here, on the Dead Sea shore, it's located near the presumed site of Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah.
Right.
Good night. Yeah. But okay. Yeah. we go ahead and keep going.
Yeah, and the land is salt today.
Yeah, land is salt. Yep.
Which is only funny they decided to fight the battles there though. You can fight anywhere.
It's cold. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can fight in different places. It's funny, just like Amalek decided to go into the Valley of Rephidim.
Oh yeah.
Which is another place of, horrible sinners. We're known for the giants and all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They decided to fight the battle against Moses there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they go to show you who the man of sin is.
It does. It does. I mean, if you really pay attention, like, to the studying of the Bible, you see how, like, a lot of stuff is very, very much connected. Like a lot of people think that the Bible is just such a mystery book. Right. It's not. A lot of stuff is very connected. You just gotta study enough. You gotta really observe the Bible, analyze it, break it down, et cetera, like really dissect it to know that. And a lot of this stuff comes with history too.
Right.
The Bible is history, but other books that will back up the scriptures.
Right.
Or go along with the scriptures.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty wild when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think about it today, if we had like an old school battle where everybody meet somewhere to battle, they want to go to find the most sinful place it is to stage the battle. They would do the same thing today if it was like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like, say, for instance, if we were separate from them, you know what I'm saying? And they declared a war, we agreed to the war. They want to go to the most wicked place that they could find. You know where they would fight the battle at? They want to fight the battle in the desert of Vegas, which is known as Sin City.
Sin City, yeah, exactly.
That's where they want to have. They want to have the battle in a place like that, because they're the man of sin, and their strength is sin.
Yeah,
they will stand a great chance of winning there.
Yeah. I didn't know Sin City was a real place until I heard this song by this dude, and then I'm like, Sin City, and then I looked it up. I'm like, oh, that's Vegas.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, all right. I never been to Vegas. Want to go to Vegas though, but it makes sense why they call it Sin City with all the stuff that goes on in Vegas. That's why they always say, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Stays in Vegas, right?
Yeah. If I see something that happens in Vegas, I'm gonna say it.
Hey, you do,
Minnesota.
Right. I'll teach about
it. Yeah. I can only imagine all the wickedness, because I mean, that's a city, that's a place that never sleeps.
Right.
It's all, the lights is always on, all day, all night.
Right, and that's where all the strippers go.
All the strippers, all the prostitution, all the drug dealing. I'm sure the sex trafficking.
Oh yeah.
Prostitution, everything going on in there.
I used to know, you know what I'm saying, a lot of bros would be like, we're gonna go to Vegas.
As soon as you know what they're going for. Yeah, you already know what they're going for. Yeah.
Remember that show, Gigolos?
Gigolos, yeah. Oh my God.
That's where they would be at in Vegas. You had them black women, you had them women with them real good jobs, and all of that, going to damn Vegas, you know what I'm saying, with them real good jobs, and they paying for rides. So any nigga, you know, talking the garbage about, oh, you know, she just after the, you know, the security and the money and the this and all bullshit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She out there for pleasure. That's why the scripture said, her that liveth in pleasure and not living in the survival. It said, her that liveth in pleasure is dead while she yet liveth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She's out there for pleasure. Pleasure is more important than anything.
Yeah.
The woman in the world.
I wouldn't say that Vegas is just the main. There's probably 3 major student cities.
Oh, really?
Not just Vegas.
No.
New Orleans,
Vegas is certainly one.
New Orleans, and probably Chicago.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thing about it though, you know, New Orleans is not as rich
Have
as
you ever
Vegas.
heard the saying? Have you ever heard the saying of somebody saying, "Let the good times roll" in New Orleans?
I have
Yeah.
They say it in French too.
Well, yeah, but see, here's the thing. New Orleans people want to go to Vegas too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, they don't make as much money down there. So, you know, their wickedness a lot of times is different.
They do it when it comes to like the holiday seasons and Mardi Gras and all that stuff.
Yeah, that comes from the tourists and all of that.
Why do you think people go down there when it comes to that time?
Yeah, but that's a particular time. Las Vegas is like that year round. Vegas, that's why it's called the city that never sleeps.
It's like that year round too.
You know, Las Vegas is like that on a whole nother level though. You got all the casinos there. You got more casinos than you got goddamn schools. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Vegas got casinos, and then here's another thing about Vegas. Vegas is so goddamn rich. Nothing has a sentimental value to it.
Right.
It's not like you come here and you got old buildings and you got old this and that with historical value to them. None of that shit is in Vegas.
Right.
Remember Casino? The movie Casino with Robert De Niro.
Oh yeah.
Remember when it showed when they scam on the casinos got busted?
Yeah.
And it showed them just turn down all of them goddamn hotels and bring them all the way down, you know, demolition them and all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Las Vegas is a demolition city. It's the city where every damn thing is always brand new.
Right.
You see a casino there, that damn thing been there only 3 years.
Yeah.
And in the 5th year, they're gonna tear that goddamn thing down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing lasts there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything there is just, you know what I'm saying, is brought up to be brought down. Mm-hmm. And it's the middle of the damn desert on top of that. Right. And the Gadites living there is them suffering. Poor as I don't know what. And then they own the casinos. That's bullshit. Because if they own the casinos, the Gadites that live here in Minnesota will be running their ass right over to Las Vegas to get jobs. You know what I'm saying?
Same ones as
right, to get opportunities. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They will be migrating. All the Native Indians will be migrating there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be like us, you know, with Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where all the niggas gravitate to.
Right.
Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and all these places. Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Every nigga who came from New York, niggas was coming from the South, Alabama, trying to make it to New York.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? California, Los Angeles. There people would be migrating to these places. So if Vegas was like that, and it was owned by the Gadites, if Gadites own one big major hotel, it would be a big old mass movement over there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they don't own nothing. They own absolutely nothing. It's a damn shame because the devils that own it, they calling them Indians and white whenever it benefits them. Yeah, matter of fact, they show who's really running things in the movie Casino. Remember the Hicks that came to check Robert De Niro? You know what I'm saying? They were the ones that really controlled things and really ran every damn thing.
Oh, yeah.
With a damn a devil with a jade necklace on his goddamn suit, his damn shirt. You were right here in the middle piece.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a goddamn Dreamcast or some damn wear with some braids or something. Redneck as hell. They were the ones that were really controlling things. There were no goddamn John Redcorns, no goddamn where controlling nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay.
Last verse.
Right. Verse 15. If I cause noisome beasts to pass through the land, and they spoil it, so that it be desolate, that no man pass through, because of the beasts. You might want to go into 16.
That's fine.
Verse 16. Though these 3 men were in it, as I live, saith the Lord God, they shall deliver neither sons nor daughters. They only shall be delivered, but the land shall be desolate. That's rough right
Yeah, I
there.
was just saying, that's the same word I was just gonna say. You know, that's rough. And that lets you know that the Most High is not playing around. Like, I mean, Most High is never playing around. But the more that we go against the Most High, and He tells us what we have to do, like the punishments just get more harsh and worse.
Right.
It gets more terrible, unbearable. You know what I mean? With all the famine, the plagues. See what I'm saying? Like what's happening right now. Don't you know you got to be vaccinated to have a job right now? It's getting rough, and all those people that talked about those neos and the vaccine, those are hoax. The coronavirus is a hoax. No sweat. In a second, that house that you're gonna live in is gonna be a hoax because you're not gonna be there because you're not gonna be able to pay no bills.
And then
so keep going.
They want niggas to get quadruple vaccinated.
Yeah.
Not only are you doing it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. They gonna start making it where a nigga got to get 1 every month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're about to, really feel the Most High's wrath, and in order to avoid feeling the Most High's wrath, just do what He says. What is said is better said than done. If you want to know how to do it properly, you got to come to the ISUPK.
Right.
You gotta let us show you. The Bible does say that you have to be taught again. You can't be no individualite, studying on your own. Oh, I ain't with a camp. I ain't with a school.
Right.
Are you doing it all by yourself, huh? You the same one that's still a sinner behind closed doors, and you think the Sabbath is you can't have nothing on. You can't be on your phone. You can't be on your laptop. You can't turn on the stove. You can't turn on your lights.
Right.
Your
Exactly.
TV. The Sabbath is made for you, not the other way around. See what I'm saying? The Sabbath answers to you. You don't answer to it. All right.
Right.
You feel me? Like a lot of people don't even see that precept either. Like the Sabbath is for you. You are not for it.
Right.
Okay. It's whatever the hell you want to do. That's lawful, of course. If you want to watch a movie, sit down, get fat, eat all your favorite snacks, go ahead and do so. You want to cook your favorite food, turn on the damn stove. It's not going to explode on you. You'll be all right. The Most High is not going to, take you out. All right. Go ahead and do it. If you want to get into marriage with your woman, with your man, go ahead and do so. You want to go outside and throw a football with your children or something. Just go ahead and do it. You ain't got to sit there and eat those cold ass sandwiches in the dark. man, we had this brother that came to class one day. He was telling us this. It took everything in me not to laugh. I had to laugh because I'm like, so you, your wife, and your kids be eating cold sandwiches. You know what I mean? In the dark, every Friday, Saturday. He's like, yeah. I said, boy, that's rough. That's rough. I'm sitting at home eating a hot meal, watching Power. You know what I'm saying?
I used to be like it.
Yeah. But I mean, when you know better, you would do better, of course.
Right.
But I've never started out like that. I started out still with the lights on. I'm raising up the bill. You feel me? Like all the lights gonna be on, even if I ain't using them, they all on. All right, just to let you know how serious this is.
Yeah.
You feel me? You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Me and the ex-real had a whole wedding feast. All the goddamn good food was cold.
You said you had what?
We had a wedding feast.
Oh, good
It fell on the Sabbath.
Good night. Yeah, I know that was
all
rough.
the food was cold.
Oh hell no!
Niggas didn't stay a hot 20 minutes.
Yeah, I would have.
It was all bouncing.
Yeah. No, they was leaving.
Yeah,
there was people leaving.
Yeah,
I was one of them. I would have left too. So like, I can't do no cold ass food. It all depends what it is. But hell no. Good night.
Yeah, I just didn't understand, the Sabbath concept.
Yeah. You know, it happens. So it happens. It's understandable. But that was the last verse.
Yeah.
Let's go wrap this up. Imagine.
Maju.
Good. Oh, that's sweet. That's funny. No, you put let's go.
Maju. Upon how you doing? Rise face east. Say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabashamayim. Kadash. Ayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakwaka. Ratazaka. Ayah. Aisha. Baharataza. Kawa. Ayah. Bashamayim. Thundanawa. The calm. Call. The woman. What's the luck now? Have a waffy now. What's the luck now? Have a waffy now. The yeah now. One side one. The ball. I was shy now. Mayan. Right. Yeah. The car. Malakwa. Allah. What's part? William. Come on.
In English, our Father,
Which
which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not to temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen.
Amen. Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah. Ayanya. Alahaya. Mayan. Yaba'ah. Azaria. Ma'ain. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemaim. Warataza. Aliyatan. Lamawat. Sagalka. Alyanawan. Shemarka. Manah. Yanawam. Wala'ah. Yashan. Shamar. Yashala. Yahweh. Shemarka. Yahweh. Zalka. Al. Yeah. Yamyanka. Yawmam. Shamash. Ba'ah. Yakaka. Wairak. Wayala. Yahweh. Yashmarka. Call. Rai. Yashamar. Abnapash. Yahweh. Shamarka. Yashamar. Taza'aka. Mabuaka. Mayata. Wai. Aiwalam.
In English, I looked up mine eyes. To the hills. From which comes my help. My help comes from the Lord. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth, and even forevermore.
Forever cock the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua. Yahshua. Thunder now. Hakat. Kamakala. Madawa. Hakat. Latahar. Kamatazarai. Hakat. Lahaka. Mati. Hakat. Arakawa. That's Ma'ala. Garsha. Bashim Yahushua. Warama.
The power in the English, Yahweh.
In
the name Yahushua. Please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness. And all manner of disease. The power to cleanse the life. The power to cleanse the life. The power to raise the dead. The power against unclean spirits. To cast them out. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
For the blessed Israel. In Hebrew, Yahweh. Bashim Yahushua. Baraklanawa. Asharala. Wahabayah. Sakari. Barak. Magun.
A gun.
A gun.
A gun.
Say the name of loved ones once. Everyone repeats the name once.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
IHK Minnesota.
ISBK Minnesota.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
Angels.
Angels.
Generals.
Generals.
Captains.
Captains.
Officers.
Officers.
Troopers.
Troopers.
Students.
Students.
Sisters.
Sisters.
Children.
Children.
All of Israel.
All of Israel.
The house of Kanagabar.
House of Kanagabar.
House of Torah.
House of Torah.
House of Maccabi.
House of Maccabi.
House of Kodash.
House of Kodash.
Officer Amon.
Officer Amon. All of ISBK.
All of IHK.
Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Hashim Yahweh Shai.
The water Amon.
In the English, Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Lord, in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Bless us in Israel.
Bless us in Israel.
In the school.
In the school.
Bless Heal, Shield, Protect.
Bless you, shield, protect.
Loved ones.
Loved ones.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al-Damiyah.
Adamiyah.
Lakah.
Lakah.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Takarash.
Al-Tashakwat.
Al-Tashkwat.
Al.
Al.
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Al-Yabyaka.
Yabika.
Yahama.
Yaham.
Yawan.
Yaban.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Imaka.
Arabaka.
Yawyama.
Yawyama.
Sawada.
Sawad.
Wayata.
Wayata.
Yatazawa.
Yatazawa.
Atazawapanda.
Atazapawa.
Marwa.
Marwa.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Wanakidam.
Rakidam.
Nagalia.
Magali.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yasakar.
Yasakar.
Sham.
Sham.
Yasha'ala.
Yasha'ala.
Wada.
Iwada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Nantazawa.
Atazawa.
Abba.
Yabba.
Yakadwa.
Ikawa.
Aliyaka.
Ayat.
Barayat.
Mariah.
Yakaratwa.
Yakarat.
Alia.
Ali.
Alwam.
Adawam.
Why?
Why?
Shemai.
Shema.
Alayam.
Adonam.
Mo'aba.
Mo'ab.
Wahagaria.
Wahagari.
Gabal.
Gabal.
Waimawan.
Waimawan.
Waimalak.
Waimalak.
Kalashah.
Kalashah.
Ain.
Ain.
Yashabi.
Yeshabi.
That's war.
Tasabur.
Gum.
Gam.
Ashawar.
Ashur.
Nalawa.
Iwa.
Amam.
Imam.
Hayawa.
Ayawa.
Sarwa.
Zawa.
Banya.
Banya.
Wat.
Nawat.
Shayla.
Salah.
Asha'ah.
Asha'ah.
Laham.
Laham.
Kamadi.
Tamadi.
Kasiyasara.
Kasiyasara.
Hayabi.
Tiyad.
Panakao.
Manakao.
Hayashwan.
Tiyashu.
Nashamadwa.
Nashima.
Bayanda Ara.
Ayanda Arba.
Hayawa.
Ayawa.
Yaman.
Nama.
Dama.
Nadam.
Shayatamba.
Shatam.
Nara.
Nara.
Yab.
Ya.
Mawa.
Mawa.
Kayrab.
Taira.
Wakaza Abba.
Wasa Abba.
Wakaza Ba.
Tasaba.
Wakaza Zaw.
So.
Manai.
Na.
Call Nasa Yakamwa.
Kana Sekam.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Marwa.
Abam.
Narasha.
Narash.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Af.
Af.
Nawaf.
Nawa.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahayam.
Alahaya.
Shayatamba.
Shatam.
Gauka.
Tukak.
Kwash.
Tukwash.
Banya.
Hani.
Raka'a.
Raka'a.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Tabara.
Tabar.
Yara.
Yara.
Wakalahaba.
Wakalhala.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Haryam.
Hari.
Khan.
Khan.
Dardama.
Dardak.
Wasaraka.
Masirat.
Wabasa.
Ubas.
Wapatka.
Hat.
Tabalaham.
Talaham.
Mala'ah.
Ala'a.
Banyaham.
Haryam.
Talawan.
Palawan.
Wayabakashwa.
Bababash.
Shamka.
Shumka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Yabashwa.
Yabashu.
Wayaba'awa.
Waba'awa.
Idea.
Ida.
I.
I.
Wayakaparwa.
Wakapar.
Wayabadwa.
Wabad.
Wayadawa.
Wayadaw.
Kayata.
Kayat.
Shamka.
Shumka.
Yahawa.
Yahawa.
Labaka.
Bad.
Ayawan.
Ayuwan.
Aw.
Aw.
Call.
Kal.
Taharataza.
Aratsa. In English, keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still.
And be not still.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
For lo,
Lo.
thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make smoke.
And they that hate thee
They hate thee.
have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
against thy people.
And consult against thy hidden
And
ones.
consulted against thy hidden
They
ones.
have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come.
let us cut them off of being a nation.
Just cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Israel
The name of Israel
may be no more in
may
remembrance.
be no more remembrance.
But they have consulted together with one consent.
They have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom
Tabernacles of Edom
and the Ishmaelites
and the Ishmaelites.
of Moab,
Moab.
the Garians,
The Garians.
Jabal,
Yabal.
Ammon,
Ammon.
Amalek,
Amalek.
the Philistines, inhabitants of Tyre.
Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre.
Ashur also is joined with
For
them.
sure also was joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Open the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah.
doing to them as unto the
Do
Midianites.
to them and to the Midianites.
as to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kishon,
as the book of Kasai,
which perished at Endor.
first to Endor,
They became as dung for the
they
earth.
became a stone for the earth.
Make the knowers like a rib,
You just know it was like a rib,
and like seed.
like to eat.
Yea,
Yeah,
all the princes as a bot,
all the princes of Ra,
and as a moon,
and as a moon,
who said,
said,
let's take to
so
ourselves
take to ourselves,
the house of God
the
possession.
house of God possession.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
make them like a wheel,
make them like a wheel,
as the stubble before the
as
wind,
stubble for the wind,
as the fire burneth the
as
wood,
fire burnt the wood,
as the flames set the mountains on
and
fire.
the flames set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy
So
tempest,
persecute them with our tempest,
and make them afraid with thy
and make
storm.
them afraid with our storm.
Fill their faces with shame,
Fill their faces with shame,
that they may seek thy name.
and they may seek thy name.
O Lord,
O Lord,
let them be confounded and troubled
let them be confounded in trouble
forever.
forever.
Yea,
Yea,
let them be put to shame and perish,
let them be put to shame and perish.
that men may know that thou,
And Mary knows that thou,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
whose name alone is Yahweh,
art the most high over all the
art
earth.
the most high over all the earth.
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
Blessed are you, Yahweh,
King of heaven and earth,
King of heaven and earth,
and all things living.
and all things living.
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahweh
in the
Shah,
name of Yahweh,
listen to us now,
listen to us now,
right now.
right now.
Say evils and curses,
Say evils and curses,
and punishment and instruction
punishment, destruction
to the heathen
to the heathen.
that speak against us,
Speak against
by
us,
prophets,
by prophets,
the teachers,
teachers,
the princes,
princes,
the priests,
priests,
the Israelite brothers,
the Israelite brothers,
in the school.
in the school.
Say evils and curses,
So evils and
and
curses,
punishment and instruction
punishment, destruction
to the heathen,
to the heathen.
and shake loose
Shake
the
loose
treasure of the rich of
the
Israel,
treasure of the rich of Israel,
and refuse to give to the
and
school,
refuse to give to the school.
force their riches,
Force the riches,
force their riches to enter thy sanctuary.
force the riches into thy
Say
sanctuary.
evils and curses,
Say evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction
punishment, destruction
to the Edomites,
to the Edomites,
and the nations,
and the nations,
and the drug
and the
dealers,
drug
the
dealers,
court system,
court system,
the prison system,
prison system,
Planned
Planned
Parenthood,
Parenthood,
all the governments of
all
our
the
enemies,
governments of our enemies,
everlasting gods and armies,
everlasting the gods and armies,
Roman Catholic Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
Pope,
Islam,
Islam,
Christianity,
Christianity,
Egyptology,
Egyptology,
militia,
militia,
Ku Klux
Ku
Klan,
Klux Klan,
Aryan Nation,
Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
skinheads,
cosmopolitanism,
cosmopolitanism,
the gay movement,
gay movement,
the lesbian
lesbian
movement,
movement,
spies,
spies,
works of
workers
witchcraft,
of witchcraft,
Nazi space
Nazi
program,
space program,
Army,
Army,
Navy,
Navy,
Air Force,
Air Force,
Marines,
Marines,
Wall Street,
Wall Street,
open up the
open
internet,
up the internet,
and the airways,
and the airways,
cable access
cable
channel,
access
and the
channel,
radio
the
channel,
radio channel,
convict the spirit of any of thy people
convict the spirit of any of thy people,
that seek to stop
to
us,
seek to stop us,
and bring swift destruction
and bring swift destruction
to all the evil
to all the heathen
that stand in the way,
stand in the way,
or try to stop us,
try to stop us,
or broadcasting your word
broadcasting your words
throughout the planet Earth.
throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the
And
flames,
use all the plague,
cause it to go to and
trying
fro
to go to and fro,
through the earth and consume
and
them.
the earth consume them.
Let the plague shake the house
Let the plague shake the house,
of the thief and the murderer.
of the thief and the murderer.
Let Yahweh Shai,
And Yahweh shall,
Michael and Gabriel,
Michael and Gabriel,
put down to flying saucers,
down to flying saucers,
punish all the evil
punish all the heathen
that come up against
that comes
us
against us,
as we speak thy
as we
word.
speak thy word.
Cause to be known by all
Because we know by all
that it is the angels that have done it.
that the angels have done.
Cause it to be spread through the
Because
media
we spread through the media,
throughout the whole
throughout the
world.
whole world.
Cause it to shake at thy
Because we
coming.
shake at thy
In
coming.
the name of Yahweh
In
Shai,
the name of Yahweh Shai,
thank you always.
thank you always.
So be it.
So be it.
Sorry.
Sorry.
With that being said, that concludes the Sabbath service. Shalom.